Hello everyone, this is question 14 and it says the curve C has a standard Cartesian plane is defined by the equation x is equal to 4 sine 2y, where y is in between pi over 4 and minus pi over 4. The curve passes through the origin. Find the value of dy by dx at the origin. So first of all, let's find our dx by dy. So x is equal to 4 sine 2y. So therefore dx by dy is going to equal 4 times by cosine of 2y. And then using the chain rule, we need to times by 2. So we're going to end up with dx by dy is going to equal 8 cos 2y. So therefore dy by dx is going to equal 1 over 8 cos 2y, like so. So there's our part A done for 2 marks. We found our dy by dx. Now part B, it says use the small angle approximation for sine 2y to find an equation linking x and y. So we're given in the formula booklet the small angle approximations. So let's just get to those, wherever they are, somewhere all the way back here. There we go. So our small angle approximations here are that sine theta is approximately equal to theta. So that means that sine 2y is approximately equal to 2y. So the small angle approximation, oops, just get this camera a bit sorted, is that sine 2y is approximately equal to 2y using that law there. Okay, that's fine. Now, yes, we've got to find the equation linking them. So therefore, we have got that x is going to equal 4 sine 2y. So therefore, x is going to approximately equal 4 times by 2y. So therefore, x is going to approximately equal 8y. So therefore, y is going to be approximately 1 over 8x, like so. So that's our equation there. So that's B part 1 done. Yes, so this is the equation that links x and y for points that are close to the origin. Part 2, it says explain the relationship between the answers to A and B. Oh, now, actually, for part A, if we go back, it said find the value of dy by dx at the origin. So the origin is the point 0, 0. So what we should have done is we should have subbed in the point 0, 0 here. So when I sub in 0 for the y, we're going to have cos of nothing. So at that point, dy by dx is going to be 1 over 8 times by the cosine of nothing. Cos of nothing is 1, so that's going to be 1/8. Okay, so that's like our final answer to part A. So here at part B, we got that bit for B part 1, and for B part 2, it's asking us to explain the relationship between these two. Well, this is the gradient of the tangent to the curve at the origin, because it's dy by dx, so 1/8. And then this here is the equation of the tangent to the curve at the origin. So the gradient of the tangent to the curve at the origin and the equation of the tangent to the curve at the origin. Okay. Part C, show that for all points x and y lying on C that dy by dx is given by that expression there. So we know, don't we, at the moment, that dy by dx, we know that that is equal to 1 over times by 8 of cos 2y. Okay, so what we need to do is find an expression to change our sine 2y into cos 2y. So we have got that x is equal to 4 sine 2y. So we're going to say that x divided by 4 is equal to sine 2y. Okay, so therefore we can square both sides. So we're going to say that x over 4 all squared is equal to sine squared of 2y. We know that sine squared add cos squared equals 1. So we could say that cos of 2y is equal to the square root of 1 minus sine squared 2y. So therefore cos 2y is equal to the square root of 1 minus sine squared 2y, which is x over 4 all squared. All right, so far so good. So we just need to try and kind of like tidy this up a little bit now and see what we're getting. So let's think about this now. What we're going to do here is I'm going to rewrite this as 1 minus x squared over 16. And I'm going to reimagine the 1 as being 16 over 16. And you'll see why in just a moment, because that's going to enable me to take out a common factor of 1 over 16. So I can say that this is 1 over 16 times by 16 minus x squared, and that whole thing there is square rooted. All right, let's continue working here. So this is the same as the square root of 1 over 16 times by the square root of 16 minus x squared. 1 over 16 square rooted is a quarter. So that is technically plus or minus a quarter, but we're just going to go with the positive value for now. So that is going to be 16 minus x squared. So that's our expression there for our our cosine of 2y. Okay, so that's our cos 2y. Now let's take that cos 2y and put that back into our dy by dx here. So we have got that it's going to be 1 over 8 times by our cos 2y, which is a quarter square root of 16 minus x squared. So that's going to be times by 1/4, and it's going to be the square root of 16 minus x squared. So this is a square root symbol here, and that is going to be 16 minus x squared inside that square root. Maybe put some brackets there and extend that. Now let's think about this. 8 times by a quarter is going to be 2, so we're going to end up with 1 over 2 times the square root of 16 minus x squared. And that is our expression for our dy by dx there, which is, in fact, the end of this question. That is our dy by dx. So what we can say is therefore that a equals 2, and we can say that b is equal to 16. So a little bit of an unusual question there, but that was the last one on the paper. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you're finding these videos useful, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that's going to help me keep on making more videos moving forward. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.